we just spoke to Rob and Darvin a couple days ago about the conversations in the offseason and the extension and kind of the mutual, like what they were expecting, what you wanted. Can you take us through that period and how that impacted your summer as you head into now this season?
It didn't. I mean, they offered the extension. I accepted. That was really it. You know, my workouts didn't change. Because of the extension or anything like that. So, let's say they contacted my agent. The agent contacted me. We had a meeting. That was really it.
Morning, bud. How you doing?
Good.
How do you and your teammates feel with the pressures, if you will, not only to have a successful season, but to win the whole thing? Because every year that statement is made about you and your team that you're going to win it, or at least get in the championship round.
We don't put pressure on ourselves, no pressure for us. We go out and compete at the highest level, try to get better each and every day. We let the rest take care of itself. We do what we're supposed to do, practice, games, shoot-arounds, film, and get 1% better every day. It'll help us win a lot of basketball games, which at the end of the day, we want to compete for championships, but, we don't go out and, day one of camp, right? This is what we have to do. Right? We're going to win a championship. We're going to do this. Things don't happen that way. So we do the little things, and hopefully that lead us to, hopefully putting up 18.
AD, good to see you.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, so you won a championship with the Lakers with Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee as your teammates in the paint. What do you think of the additions of Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood, and how do you anticipate your role vacillating between the 4 and the 5 this year?
Jackson's very athletic, rim protector, a lob threat, kind of like JaVale. C. Wood, score. Can play on all 3 levels of the floor. So he's a little different from, Dwight, but they're 2, great bigs who can compliment me very well. Me and Dar haven't had a chance to sit down and kind of figure out the role between 4 and 5 and things like that, but having those 2 guys, alongside me, can be a great thing, great possibility of doing good things on that front line. So we'll see how it play out. We go through camp. I know he's going to test out different lineups during preseason, and we'll see from there.
Hey, over here. The core of the group that made it to the Western Conference Finals, minus Dennis, is back on this team. I think Austin on a podcast said something along the lines that you guys could sense Denver's continuity in that series, and the factor that was. How excited are you to enter a year coming off of winning and having continuity with this group? And what do you think that will allow this team to do more so this season than it was able to do last year?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have continuity, it's a lot easier, to start the season. Every year, we had new guys come in. That core is kind of, gone. And so it's a little tough when you're trying to, compete for championships. But I think now, that the core group, me, Austin Rui, D'Lo, Bron, Vando, you say everybody, really that core group except Dennis, we're back. And it kind of gives us, kind of a head start going into this season, into camp, to kind of build off where we left off last year.
AD, over here. There's been a lot of buzz about your shooting. I think Austin mentioned it on a podcast, and Darvin and Rob talked about it. Where would you say your jump shot's at right now, and how much of it was that a point of emphasis for you this summer, just working on your jumper?
Just getting back to being a threat on all 3 levels. Not sure where it's at until we get into practice and games. Anybody can shoot in workouts and make shots when there's no pressure on them. So we'll see when camp comes around and preseason games and through the course of the regular season. But I feel good. I feel good physically. I feel good, with my game, and ready to get started.
Hello, Anthony. Is it still your goal to play all 82 games? And did you do anything different this summer working out to try to reach that goal?
I mean, it's my goal every year, to play 82. And I didn't do anything differently. I mean, I took some time off, got back in the lab, and, ready to get started. Nothing's changed. Every year, you want to come out and play every game and help the team win. Especially my role, I know it's a big piece of this team. And with me being on the floor, it definitely helps us.
AD, related to that, do you have any interest in playing the Olympics next year if you're asked? And if so, what does that look like in terms of the way you preserve your body and everything?
I have no idea yet.
Anthony, Rob and Darvin last week were kind of talking a lot about, your role as a leader on this team. Just kind of wondering, as the years have kind of gone by, how do you feel you've grown into that position?
Just being more vocal, talking to the guys. I think I might be the second oldest guy here now, so the guys lean on me a lot, especially the bigs. Seawood and Jackson have already, kind of been on me about leading them and helping them every step of the way. But I feel like it's my responsibility. Being one of the leaders of the team alongside Brian, it's my job to help them guys and help the young guys to continuously being on them, letting them know what we need and how we can get better, and giving them advice so we can all be together and unified to be able to compete for a championship.
Hey, D, good to see you. Knowing who LeBron is, how he takes care of himself and the way he plays, how do you expect he will approach season 21 compared to the first 20 seasons?
The same. I mean, he puts in a lot of work. Like you say, takes his nutrition very seriously, takes his body very seriously. His work ethic is unmatched, and obviously as you get older, your body starts to wear down. So he's in overdrive now on taking care of his body to be able to. With the new rule, I don't know if he play all 82. Who knows? But however many games he's going to play, he's going to be ready. But knowing the competitor that he is, I know he's going to play all 82 and do everything he can to help the team win.
Hey, AD, over to your right. Just going back to the jump shot, is there anything you did differently during your training during the offseason to, I guess, help make you more consistent when the season comes?
No, just a lot more reps. That's what it takes. Anything you want to perfect or get better, just reps. Shooting a lot more, working on different shots, different ways of shooting and things like that, and hopefully it all translates.
Hey, D, you did a lot of cross-training this summer. There were videos of you boxing and such. How much did that help your body? How is your body feeling? And how do you anticipate being able to play all 82 this season?
Felt good. I mean, my body feels good. It's really for conditioning. I box every summer. That's just the one time I got posted. There's a lot of things that I do that you guys don't know about. But I'm prepared to play every game this year.
Additions that you guys made over the summer, your health, everyone else's health, sort of this scene in the West. Do you sense a big opportunity for you guys that this could be one of those years?
It's going to be a fun year, very competitive. A lot of teams around the league has made a lot of good moves to help improve their team. We did as well. So we know every night going to every game is going to be a battle, and I think we're prepared for it. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do, but I like our chances against anybody. We have depth, we have speed, we have shooting, we have ball handling, we have playmaking. We have it all. Now we're just trying to get on the floor and start making it work.
The NBA has made it a point to try to put more emphasis on the regular season with the 65-game rule for winning awards, the resting rules, the in-season tournament. I'm curious what your reaction was to any of that stuff, and then lastly on the in-season tournament, are you excited about it? Is that something that you guys will treat differently in any way?
As far as the in-season tournament, no. I mean, it's not like, it doesn't count against our record. So every game still matters. It's a little different. I think we, tested out this year and just kind of see how we like it. But We're not going to treat it any differently than any other game. We still have to win those games. As far as the 65-game rule, shit, it don't matter to me. I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it, Just go out there and lace them up, and, whoever suits up for 65 get a reward. I mean, I'm not the one to play for individual awards, so, I don't think that really bothers me at all.
AD, over here. This is a bit of a follow-up to a previous question. When we spoke with Rob last week, he was marveling at the kind of work that LeBron was putting in prior to this season. When you hear about that and the commitment he's making to this coming season, what kind of effect does that have on the rest of the squad, if any?
We all working, we all committed to helping this franchise. And, anytime you see, not just Bron, obviously, he's a big part of this team. But anytime you see any of our guys, working, we feel good because now guys are putting in work to help the team and doing their part to, bring whatever skill set that they have to this team when we need it. So, Bron doing his part. Austin obviously was playing. D-Lo's here, Rui, been with Bron all summer. Seawood came right in and got to work. Jackson. So, all our guys, are Torian, all our guys just come right in and start working. So that way when camp starts tomorrow, guys are not trying to get in shape. Guys are not trying to find their rhythm. We can hit the ground running.
Yeah, given the length of your contract extension, do you think this is your team now?
I think this is the Lakers team, and I play for the Lakers.
AD, I just want to ask you, when you first came into this Lakers organization, I asked you about the camaraderie of the team. Can you just evaluate the chemistry of this team going into the training camp, but also into the season, and just, what you would say about some of these young guys coming in?
Yeah, we had a couple workouts together where we really felt out the chemistry, and I think we're a lot further than we were last year. Guys come in and accepted each other, going out to eat with each other or whatever guys are doing, and